Dear members, good evening. This is another series of knowledge series compliance issues we are trying to bring nearer to you to discuss on NCL's member API, which is a long-standing request from our members. This is going to throw us light on the features where we understand from NCL team, the officers who are going to present us, and the features and benefits and practical application of NCL's APIs, member APIs, which play a vital role, right, in the streamlining of operations. That this is the background where we thought of doing this webinar, and we have with us our team, Mr. Nishant Jha, Vice President, NCL Technology Team, and also Mr. Deepak Maharshi, Vice President, Technology Team. And I request Nishant to please take over for the session. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, everyone. So, this is Nishant here, and I have my colleague Hemant with me, who will be taking you through the presentation that we have prepared for the coverage of the APIs that NCL offers. So, basically, we have structured this presentation in terms of the overview part and the existing APIs that we have, and we have also tried to cover some of the upcoming APIs that we see will be coming in the near future. So this would be the sequence in which we'll be going through. Yeah. So firstly, just from an overview perspective, okay. So NCL has introduced and is in the process of introducing new API. So there is an API ecosystem already existing in NCL, and we to a large extent encourage members to participate and take advantage of the APIs that have been offered. So basically, the whole intention of offering an API is to give business efficiencies and to give more control to the members, where they can use the endpoints or the API which are exposed the way they wish to integrate in their systems. Otherwise, what happens is we have also exposed data via our front ends, but exposing the data via front ends has its limitation in terms of the way NCL presents the data. You will be consuming in that fashion, and you are restricted in terms of the usage of data which is offered on the front end. So APIs help you to explore more in terms of the data that is available to you, and you can come up with your own individual front ends if that be the case, where you want a different representation of the data which is other than the one that has been offered by NCL. Okay, so that is the whole context or whole advantage of having an API ecosystem. Okay, so basically, I would start with how to get enrolled with an API ecosystem. So, like with all other processes, we have a registration process wherein the members who are interested in consuming the APIs needs to register. Okay, this is also important in the sense where we do not want everyone to have access to the API. So only the ones who have been registered will be allowed access to the API. So there is a defined registration process which has been outlined in NCL. Okay, so and the registration is required for both carrying out production testing as well, production registration, as well as for dev or UAT registration, where we in the dev setup we provide you with a sample set of data, which is a reflection or kind of reflection of the production set, and where you can play with the APIs and explore the APIs and work with them. So both the environments that are there requires a registration step. So upon successful registration, okay, so normally in the practices, a secure credential is being passed on to you members, and that credential is used to authenticate the members to the system, where the system understand, yes, this is an authenticated member, a genuine member which is trying to connect to the NCL ecosystem, and then accordingly access is provided to the member. So depending upon the choice of access that you have chosen, so different roles are assigned, and you are exposed to the set of APIs which is being allocated to you. So our recommendation normally what follows is we strongly recommend the members to first try out the APIs in their development setup or UAT setup, and then move on to implementing or using those API in the production space. That way, the hurdles in terms of the initial hurdles in terms of exploring the APIs and fine tuning the interactions have been sorted, and it gives a seamless experience when you move on to production. So, in terms of the coverage part of it, NCL has exposed APIs in different segments, or sorry, not segments, different streams, wherein there is collateral management, there is trade management, and there is external downloads. So these are the three streams wherein we have exposed APIs, and we'll touch upon the different kinds of APIs for each streams. So just to highlight that currently these are the streams which are in offer, and going forward we may come up with additional streams, which anyway we'll talk about in the upcoming APIs. I'll move to the next slide. So I'll request Hemant to walk you through with the collateral management APIs. Yeah, Hemant.
Hi everyone, this is Hemant from this side. So as a part of client collateral initiative by the SEBI, collateral allocation API is being get introduced. So through this particular API, member can allocate their cash component, which includes cash, bank guarantee, fixed deposit, and they can allocate that particular cash collateral at CMTM level or at the CMCP level or at the client level, as well as on being get initiated the request, member receives the response, as well as member can inquire for their request. Then second portion, as a part of client direct payout for funds, NCL has introduced the number of APIs for the member. So first one is that UCC registration. So it is the notify API. Whenever any trading member registered a UCC client at exchange, and that particular registration flows to the NCL, NCL notifies their member through this API, as well as member can inquire all the list of registered clients or the deregistered client through inquiry API. So another one is UPI blocks, where whenever there is a creation of UMN at that NPCI end, so through sponsor bank, NCL gets this information, they captures at their end, as well as they notifies the clearing member as well as the trading members for whichever clients they receive the UMN, as well as this particular block UMNs member can inquire through the given API or through the given endpoints. So the next one is member can initiate releases for the given UMNs as a part of collateral management API, as well as at after the market hours, uh, obligation created against the client get directly debit through this UMN, and that particular notification also sends to the respective clearing member as well as the trading members. So in this particular case, the notification is also available, as well as member can inquire the same through the API.
So we'll pause on this screen in case people want to have a look at it, and then we'll move to the next part.
Uh, so as a part of member portal, to get the files from the extranet,
We have now moved to the next one.
okay, so as a part of member portal, to get the file from extranet, NCL has provided the four types of API through which member can check the folders at the segment level, as well as they can download that particular files from the given folder. So one is the member specific files like trade file, position files, and another one where common has been mentioned. It is like BOW copy or the contract master files. So these particular files member can view into their respective folders, as well as through API they can fetch that particular file by inquiring the API. So currently all these types of APIs available into the NCL system. Now Nishant will carry on for the expected one.
Yeah, so these are the trade management APIs. Hemant, you'll touch
Yeah,
upon the
yeah.
trade
So,
management API, and then I'll come up to the upcoming APIs.
yeah, actually, in equity segment for trade management, we have already introduced the APIs for the member, where member can inquire their trades, as well as through API, member can approve or reject the CP trades, as well as they can perform the CP modification, as well as they can place the approval request through the API. So all these particular features currently is available on the EXE, but yes, NCL has provided API for all these functionalities to smoothen the operation or to provide the
Yes, so basically, your system can directly interact with the clearing corporation servers, and the interaction can happen directly instead of routing it via an EXE. So you can come up with your own dashboards wherein, and you can come up with your own interfaces where you can connect with us and interact and get the same functionality done the way you do with the currently NCMS EXE.
okay, so moving forward, so what are all the coming up APIs?
So apart from Hemant touched upon the APIs which are currently available. Okay, so I would just like to talk about the upcoming API and enhancements that we see, which are expected in the NCL space. Okay, so just like we have exposed trade management APIs, the margin APIs are another area where we are intending to expose the APIs so that the dependency on the margins front end or the NCMS NMAS front end for margins goes away, and the member will be able to consume margins via the API route. So we will be exposing all the data which is available on the front end, which currently is available on the NMAS front end, where you will be able to consume it independently via API endpoints, and you will be able to take it into your system if need be. And accordingly, you can come up with your own dashboards for capturing the information at your end. So this will facilitate you or give you independence in terms of the data representation or the data orientation that you so wish to desire. And plus it will also help you to have a system to system interaction happening, where your backend systems will be directly integrating with the NCL ecosystem. The second line item, which is there, sorry, one more point to add to this is currently the APIs which are available are displaying data intraday. So intraday margins till the market closure. We also intend to capture the end of the day margin information, okay, through these APIs, and help you provide both the sets, intraday as well as the end of the day margin information. Okay, that was on the margins API which is expected to come. The second part is on the trade management API. So the trade management API that Hemant talked about was for the FNO segment, which is the equity derivative segment. We are also introducing trade management APIs for the cash market segment or the CM segment. So the clearing members and the trading members will be able to retrieve trade specific data using these APIs. So I think this was one of the asks earlier from the member community in terms of the trade download part, which we are trying to fulfill. So the last part in terms of the enhancement part of it, considering the security concerns that are security areas and the concerns that has come up, okay, there has been emphasis in terms of enforcing more checks and balances. And in this regard, we have taken certain steps wherein we have focused to further enhance the security aspect of the data interaction that exists today. So in this area where we see we will be working on some areas where we'll be encrypting data which is in transit. So even though currently the interaction which is there, the existing APIs which are there, the channel is encrypted, but we may also encrypt the payload, which is the data part of it, where the enhanced security can be achieved. And we are moving towards systems to system authentication, where we will add on to the facilities of authentication, wherein passwordless authentication like approaches can be incorporated. And these are things which obviously will come back to you when it is in place, and we will do the hand holding if there is a need for it, and will help you onboard on those systems. So these were the broad areas that we had with us in terms of the API for NCL. Okay, we are open to take questions.
Thank you, Nishanji and Hemji. This is a wonderful technical session in the sense of understanding. I think already the members who have joined on the Zoom can unmute and just raise the question directly to the speaker, please. I have no questions on hand as of now. I request members who joined on the Zoom can directly unmute and pose the questions.
So just to add in this is from NCL, and we would like to encourage the members to take advantage of the existing exposed APIs. Sorry, there's some echo, I guess.
There might be multiple logins. You can ask your office if other person is logged in to exit. Echo is there.
Would you be taking, sorry.
Yeah, you can go to next.
Yeah. Would you be addressing queries pertaining to the trade drop copy?
마이크 있죠, 보시면.
So I think you're referring to the trade copy which has been given to you by the exchange.
Yes.
So we represent the NCL side of it, which is the clearing corporation side.
Okay.
I think the exchange side will be able to help you on that.
Not an issue.
Hello.
Yep.
I just want to know, there are some API like for SLBM and all that, trade confirmation notice API. Hello.
Yeah, sorry, sir. Again, the notice part is on the exchange side.
Okay.
We will be more than happy to address areas concerning to the clearing corporation side.
And sir, the Extranet API for the downloading the specially contract files and all that at the time of the BOD.
Yeah.
especially. So many a times it happens that we don't get the data, maybe due to the network latency problem or something.
Okay.
Or say for few minutes, it happens for few minutes. So if I start somewhere around say 6:30 or something, till 7 o'clock I should wait, and then after same API will work, and I get the data promptly. So
Okay.
can I expect some optimization on exchange side or your side, your end?
So, sir, I would like to know, is the frequency of such occurrences high, or these are occasional occurrences?
It is not high, it is occasionally, but especially around 6:30 to 7 it happens.
6:30 to 7. Okay. So,
So I scheduled my download around 5 o'clock in the morning.
okay.
So that is the time where I get mostly proper data and without any hassle.
So, sir, we'll do one thing. We'll take a note of this, and we will see as to if there is any specific activity during the time period that you have mentioned, and if we can help in that part, we'll try to address that area.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
I think Nishant, before other person come in, Algo API is covered under your today's session, or it is?
No, algo is another. Is again the exchange space.
I see. I see. There's a query
We,
as to Algo
yeah,
API.
yeah.
If
I
you are
know.
using,
I had in fact communicated that algo's API
I
is.
know, I know, I know. That's why I just got it out. Their issue is that if you are using Algo with lease line, does the API compliance for Algo will be applicable to us? I think this will post it in Exchange.
Yeah.
Till how many days means when can we expect this margin API?
So, sir, we are working on these upcoming APIs, and we will keep the member community posted on the progress. At this point, not able to give you an exact date for UAT, but we'll ensure that as we get closer to being ready to expose these APIs for testing, that we will communicate well in advance to the members.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Is the NCMS data also available using API?
Yes, sir. So I think we had shown one slide for equity derivative segment where we are providing the download of the NCMS trades and actions. Plus, we are also providing APIs for clearing members to do approval rejections and trading members to do modifications.
Is this
Similarly, sir, we will be also extending APIs for similar, functionalities on the equity segment.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, some members are already taking advantage of the expose
Yes, yes.
APIs.
For the FO segment, specifically for the downloads as well as the clearing members for doing their, give up approvals or rejections. Already these APIs are being used quite a lot extensively.
Nishant, I have a small query which I got it. Repledge and release of repledge API shall be there. Segregation file also need to submit through API. Anything relevant here?
Yeah. So, if you could help me as to, in the sense, any more specific details about the pledge and the repledge part of it, because my understanding of things is these APIs which are there currently, we have APIs with the depositories. So
Okay.
these are not member facing APIs. So we are interacting with the depositories and fetching those details from the depository using APIs.
Understood. So this
So
is a
if
segregation file also whether to be submitted
yeah,
through API, that clarity cannot be given as of now. Understood.
no, so if the question that is coming from, if he could, or the person could explain as to what he is looking for, then definitely we can give a concrete response to that.
It's enough. I think the query was very short. Uh, we
Yeah,
will take offline and confirm from your side if in case further clarification is required in this regard.
yes. Just to add in terms of the pledge and the repledge part, the API interaction is between the NCL clearing corporation and the depositories.
Understood. I think Prashant and Shivam, GRD Securities, Sanjay Kandalwal. Any queries? I think even YouTube, the people are very silently watching. I don't think questions are there.
Do Hello.
Yeah.
Do we have any API for collateral segregation reporting?
Sorry, could you please repeat the name of the
Collateral
reporting?
segregation reporting.
Yeah, yeah. So similar question, I think Dr. Prasad also asked. So what we will
Uh-huh.
do is we have made a note of this request. Parallelly, we will go and check internally also with the business teams, and we will make sure that you get a response on that, sir.
So
Any API for penalty reports?
Your voice is breaking. Can you repeat, Indrapal?
And yeah, any uh, like for the penalties of NCL, which are shown on the portal. For that, we can have an API.
Okay. For penalties, what you are being shown, right? There's a API asking for that. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes,
I
yes,
think penalties are
yes.
there, but I don't know. API, Nisha, any idea?
sorry, we got disconnected in between. If
Yeah, I
there
think.
are questions, we would request them to repeat.
uh, No, no. The query is that the members are getting shown the penalties on their portals, right? So, is there any API in that connection available? Indrapal, if you want to repeat the question, you please can.
No, so
I had a question pertaining to direct payout to clients. So at the moment, the direct payout to clients is happening on the basis of the primary demat account, which has been mentioned in the UCI portal. Would there be a functionality which can be made available to specify the secondary demat or the third demat account for the client to have the payout pointed to? I mean, or using an API or some other functionality?
okay.
I think this is a functionality request, okay, which we will have to address, and we after that we can come up with a different API which is capable of addressing secondary accounts. So we can take this request of yours and see how we can if there is a scope for functional enhancements to be taken care of.
Nishant, I think we missed on replying to Indrapal query on the penalties API. Anything, any response from your side? Would like to respond?
So yeah, we did respond. So currently, the such API for penalty is not available. Although I think exchange is also providing certain dashboards for penalty, and there are other. So we have made a note of this, sir. So wherever there is a scope for providing APIs, we will be looking at those areas. Currently, our focus is more on the margin side as well as the NCMS side for equity segment. So, however, we have made a note of this that the penalty related reports which are currently getting sent to the members. We will have a discussion with the business teams and we will figure out how that can be prioritized.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I think Nishant, we are asking about that segregation file in the exchange, whom we should contact, or should I send the email to you, our team, so that it can be attended?
I think the question is already available with us. What we will do is,
Ah,
because we received a few set of questions, I think segregation related
No,
question was also part of it.
I
true,
think
true.
do you want to add to that question in the sense detailed out the question? Is that the question that you are asking? And in that context, you are referring to whom to address that question. Is that what I
Yeah,
understand?
yeah. Second, later part is what I just mean, whom we should, in case the clarification is yet to be, responded.
Yeah, yeah. So
We
I think the NCL BD team, you can address that to the NCL BD team. I think Antik Jain is one of the connect points, if I'm not mistaken.
absolutely great. I think that. And there may be a request from members also, then those who could not join in time this YouTube, will that be the PPT what you just shown? They can revisit the recorded video on the YouTube of ANMI channel. However, we would like to circulate your PPT if it is okay to you to all the members. If you can provide the PPT, otherwise, whatever the decision from your side, we follow.
I'll check with the BD team if they are okay with it. Yeah, I don't have a problem. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think in YouTube, I didn't get any further questions. We'll hold for one more minute and we'll wait for the questions, if any, then we can wind up. Yeah, and Zoom link also, I'm not getting any chart. So in the YouTube also, we don't have any queries. I think we will request the members who have joined already and need some more clarifications. And those who are not even joined today can write directly to ANMI, compliance@anmi.in or CEO@anmi.in. We will just seek the clarifications from the NCL team and we will update the status directly to the participants. So, Nishant, we will any comments from your side, or we can go for a closure of the session.
yeah, just reiteration in terms of we would encourage the members to make use of the existing APIs, have a look at them and explore them. Okay, and in case there are any technical queries, we are more than open to help out and in terms of the onboarding and the exploration part of it. So, yep. So the request is to make use of the APIs. Thank you.
Great. I think, Nishant, thanks a lot, particularly to you and your team, Hemant, who joined now, who had detailed the entire PPT for with a very detailing of each point, which helped our compliance officers and also technical teams to get back to their queries and take the responses from here. So with this, we particularly thank Vinayak and our team members from who helped us in arranging this. webinar. Then, Nishant, thank you very much for joining us and clarifying our doubts to our members. So, with this note of thanking, I'll just close the session. Thank you very much, all those who joined on YouTube and also on the Zoom. All the participants, thank you once again. And please do join and participate in large numbers in our compliance webinars, which we are going to hold in series in future. Thank you. Thank you very much, Nishant.
Thank you, everyone.